Hello everyone, I'm Butterfly Poet and I'm unboxing with you today. I just received my protocol and I'm not feeling too good, so I'm a little bit slow and dragging, so pardon me for the drag. So there's a portion of this that's refrigerated. There's a portion of this that, well, it's on ice because it has to be refrigerated. And what I'm going to do is break down for you what everything is for, because I realized that I didn't do that the first time around. So I'm going to try to unbox, and as I unbox, show you and explain to you what each of these things are. So first I'll show you my protocol. This is my list of things that I have to take, what time I take them, and how much and on which day. So the days are going across, and I don't take everything every day, but there's a certain time that I have to take everything, and there's a certain time of the day that something has to be done by, but mainly it's like in blocks, so it's not too rigid or strict, but something has to be done by noon, and there's another one that has to be taken anytime in the AM and anytime in the PM, and then there's another one that has to be taken between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. I was gonna try and go in order, but that may or may not happen. So right now I'm gonna pull out some things that are on ice, and it comes in a nice this box is within the big box, and it's topped with styrofoam, block of ice, another block of ice, bubble wrap, and voila, we've got Follistim. This is 4 boxes of Follistim. We've got more styrofoam and we've got more ice on the bottom. So they are very, very good at protecting the temperature. And the fact that it came overnight is what's really great about it. Now, Follistim is something that I take at night, in the evening, between 6 and 9 p.m. And Follistim is basically the hormone that helps healthy ovaries to develop and release mature eggs. And side effects are mood swings, soreness in the abdomen, a little bit of bruising that happened before. So this is the good stuff. Let me put this back on ice. And the next thing we have here, oh, I'm sorry. The Follistim pen, it does come separately. And they provide extra needles. Beautiful green case. And they have the needles in there that you screw on when you're injecting. This is subcutaneous, just underneath the skin. And they have little compartments here to place the little glass containers, the little glass vials of the Follistim. So it's kept really nice and safe. Can you tell I'm not feeling well? I'm just, oh my gosh. Thank you guys for working with me here. Now, this does not have to be refrigerated, but it was temperature controlled. And in transit, that's very important because of different heat elements. So, although there's an ice pack in here that's thoroughly melted, Oh, actually, yes. Okay, yeah. Menopur. This is Menopur. This does not have to be refrigerated, but the other one in there does, and I'll tell you what that is. So, Menopur is something that I started taking in a few days. I don't take it immediately, but Menopur is what increases the chances for multiple follicles to grow. There are 5 vials of powder and 5 vials of sterile liquid, and that's what I have to mix. Comes with a Q cap to make it easier to mix, and they put it in a prescription bottle. So actually, I can show you what it looks like if you have not seen me do this in round 1. That's the vial of sterile liquid. That's the vial of powder on this side, and a Q cap. Okay, so the Q cap is what really helps to transfer the liquid between bottles. It makes it very easy to mix and draw up. Next is, now last time I had Cetrotide. This time I have Ganirelix, which is the same thing. It's a different manufacturer, but the same hormone, the same effect. And basically, this helps to regulate my hormones. And this is something that I take first off every day. And it's a man-made protein. And basically, this protein helps reduces certain hormones like estrogen, because there's only certain times when the estrogen is necessary. So it just performs as an antagonist, and it suppresses the LH surge and ovulation until the follicles are mature. So at some point, I stopped taking this and let the Menopur and the Follistim work as it should. So this is what I have to just eyeball, because I only have to take 125 mcgs. This is 250. So I will only be eyeballing it because the way these glass are set up, and it's one needle works, you can't reuse a needle. So I'll use this for the first time, for the first half that I can eyeball. The second half, what I did last time was I injected it into a syringe and replaced the needle, and then draw up with that. So I put it into a sterile, brand new syringe. That's what I did, so I wouldn't have to reuse that needle. So that's basically how that works. So I will be using this today because I'm about a half hour behind on using that. But yeah, that's what that is. So there's a sterile, this is a Sharps collector. So I have somewhere to put all these needles. I'll keep one here at work. I have one at home, I have one in the bathroom, and I have one in my bedroom, depending on where I do injections. So they've given me 7 of those. So split up, that's 14 days. So that should definitely be enough. But at some point, depending on my baselines, not baseline, but depending on my blood work and my numbers and the size of everything that's going on with the follicles, then they'll let me know when to stop taking what. So everything is variable with each visit to the RE, when I get blood drawn, and when I have the ultrasounds. That's what tells everything. So This here is estradiol. I don't see the... Looking for some other things I'm supposed to see that's not in here, but I have it at home. I mean, it's on here. Uh-oh. So this is estradiol. This is the one that either can be taken orally or inserted vaginally. It's 2 milligrams, and estradiol is let's see, I wrote down what it does. It's to help the endometrium grow and prepare for pregnancy, thickening the lining, preparing the uterus for pregnancy, or in some cases, implantation, depending on what you're doing. So that can be used during IUI, it can be used during IVF, and that is to be taken not just yet. And in this case, I'm doing it vaginally, and it's not supposed to start until the 5th day of IVF. So everything works in a particular order. So it's great to have a protocol. The 2 other things that I'm taking, dexamethasone, and that is what is taken orally, and I don't see those pills. I don't see them. They did not send them. I'm gonna have to make a phone call. I'm not overlooking them. Yep, they are not included. So I'm gonna have to make a phone call. But dexamethasone is taken orally. It helps the ovaries be more receptive to treatment by decreasing the male hormones, which is androgens, which is produced by the adrenal gland. Yeah, say that a couple times. Doxycycline, it's taken orally, and it's to control bacteria that may affect implantation. We don't want any of that. I also have on here, which is new, Omnitrope. Omnitrope is an HGH, which is a human growth hormone, not to be confused with HCG. The human growth hormone, not covered by insurance for anyone, basically. It's basically prescribed for babies who are having growth issues, toddlers and such, and they don't see it or recognize it as a need for women who are infertile. It is $350 per vial, and they prescribed 4 vials for me, half to be taken each day. They said I didn't have to take it, but it would be a great plus considering that I was on a protocol for 20 days last time, and they were hoping that that would kind of lessen the time but increase my follicles. The HGH is not in my budget, at least not this week. So this, since they said it was a plus and there was no pressure to take that, I didn't have it last time, so I'm not going to allow myself to stress over not having that. HCG, that is like what's Pregnil, or it could be, what's the other name? There's a couple other manufacturers, but basically it prepares the eggs for ovulation, which in my case would be retrieval prompting, and it releases the follicle from, it releases the egg from the follicle wall. So say for example, when my eggs were like follicles were like a 16, measuring 15 or 16 milliliters. No, milliliters is liquid. Millimeters. The eggs are kind of stuck to a wall in the follicle, okay? And when you take your trigger shot, which is the HCG, it helps that egg loosen up from the follicle wall and start floating and suspending in the follicle fluid. That way, when they go in to aspirate the egg, it's very simple and easy, and it won't be torn or destroyed or basically killed. Yikes. Yeah, so you have a reason for everything, and it's crazy and it's amazing how this science is. So I also have estrogen. I didn't have them resend some because I already have some at home. I didn't use it all the first time around. So basically that treats symptoms of menopause. The hot flashes, vaginal dryness, itching, irritation, burning. It helps with all of that. And that is only taken a couple of times. So like day 2 and day 5. So that's intramuscular. That's the one that goes in the hip, in the back of the top of the butt cheek, closer to your hip. And it's a little soreness. Very long needle. But yeah, that seems to be about it. Later on, I'm going to do a video about the supplements and the essential oils that I use. Please pardon me. But yeah, I'm going to do that later on. These are extra needles. These are alcohol swabs. And these are, well, syringes and needles. And then these are extra needles, or the needles that I do need. So I'm going to organize this stuff. I'm going to refrigerate what I need to refrigerate. I brought a lunch ice pack so I could transport this home. And have enough to last me 14 days. But if this goes for 20, I'm down for it. I'm game for it. I need all the positive vibes I can get. I'm happy that I'm going to be on a protocol that gives me something to do, something to feel like I'm working towards this. But I'm low in spirits, so I don't know how quite to describe how I'm feeling right now. But I'm glad to be moving forward because I'm excited. I'm anxious to be pregnant. Yeah. Like I'm a little happy. I'm a little excited. Happy. I don't think I'm excited. That's what it is. I'll figure it out. Thank you for your love, support, for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking the thumbs up and liking the videos, please. Thank you for sending your friends this link to encourage them. Sending you good vibes for your fertility journey, for someone that you may know who's on a fertility journey. And as always, peace, love, and gratitude. Thanks so much. Talk to y'all later.